I think it's great to get people together and share knowledge, especially from the same region.
Yep.
Bounce ideas off of each other. I mean, you can never, ever have too much information.
Yep.
The more people can learn how to do this, I think the better off people will be, and everybody will be in the long run. 'Cause it's a lost art. I mean, everybody thinks they get their food from the grocery store. You go ask probably 100 kids in a classroom where their food comes from, and they'll probably tell you the grocery store.
Dean Family Acres. Hey guys, we got Ronnie here from Early Bird Farms SC, and we were very thankful that he was one of the ones that wanted to partner to try and get this event going. And between him and Will, anytime we get on the phone, it's probably going to be a minimum of a 45-minute conversation, which I know the other day, I think your wife was like, "Who are you talking to?"
Yeah.
So
she's getting worried there for a minute.
That's right. It's Jake from State Farm.
Yeah. What's he wearing?
So, Ronnie, just tell us a little bit. I know we've kind of done a couple other interviews, but just in case, tell us about who you are, what you are, and what you do, and just a little bit about this event, what you liked about it.
So my name's Ronnie, and like I said, I'm from the upstate, like north central South Carolina. It's kind of like we talked about. It's kind of hard to describe sometimes.
It is south of Charlotte.
South of Charlotte, but so I have 15 acres, and we raise a lot of fruit trees, and we do a small garden. We've had animals, but currently we don't have any animals right now. But
except for the mascot.
Except for the mascot, Brownie, our Boykin Spaniel. And so we this event, I really enjoyed it. It was nice getting together with other like-minded people, and we had some content creators here, but we also had some people that didn't create content that was looking for community, like for wanting to meet other people that kind of do this stuff to share. I mean, having these connections is important. So you can call somebody like somebody that knows more about goats than you, or somebody that knows more about growing sweet potatoes more than you do. So it's always good to have like those resources that you can reach out to. So that's what
right.
I got from this event. It was cool meeting new people.
It was really good. I know before when we met for the first time in person, we were at Roots and Refuge Farm, and everybody there was content creator, which is cool, but I kind of like today because you had people from all over, and some really, they wanted to learn, they wanted to make a connection, they were super excited that it was something local, that it wasn't some big deal, or they feel like they couldn't talk to anybody or that kind of thing. I know sometimes we tend to get in our head, oh, I can't talk to that person, or I don't think it's intentional, but
you might get starstruck sometimes.
Yeah, it happens. And my number one goal during this whole event, other than just trying to connect everybody and praying everything went smoothly, was to try and interview more people, which we talked about last time.
I didn't do a good job of that.
I did a little better. It wasn't the best, but I definitely did a little better. Jason Rear was part of the problem with that because he talks too much, and his presentation went about triple over time.
I know. I was going to interview him, but my battery is like on like 2% now. So
don't blame it on the phone. It was Jason's fault. It was Jason's fault. So we appreciate you helping out in regards to thinking towards the future. Anything that you...
I appreciate you organizing this and putting it on too, and I mean somebody's got to start the ball rolling, to get things like this going. So it's important to have somebody, and Matt's, with his job and everything. This is, he's a good lead person, so it's worked out. It's worked out good. Well, you did good presenting and organizing. It was very organized. That's what my buddy
Not
Shannon.
many people say that about me. So
my buddy Shannon's he's like, when we've had meetups, he said they're not this organized. He said we just kind of hang out.
Right.
So we had an itinerary, and we kind of went with it, and we had free time to speak to people, but we also had group time, like presentations. So,
right.
And each one will get better and better.
Speaking of presentations, You presented today. What was your presentation on?
I did mine on trees around the homestead. Basically, like why it's important to plant trees. I believe you should plant trees first because they're a long-growing plant or tree. And it takes a long time to get them established for to start bearing. But once they do, you got food for a long time. So that's kind of what. And I kind of brought some stuff in with it, like permaculture techniques and how to plant and stuff like that.
I learned some stuff too, just in regards to companion planting and nitrogen fixers, that kind of thing. So it was really, really good, and I appreciate you being willing to maybe step out of the box a little bit.
Yeah.
With being willing to be a presenter. I appreciate you coming and helping and doing, and I think I can breathe now. I don't know if you can breathe now.
Oh yeah.
You can breathe now?
Yeah.
You're right here. All right, guys. So I've got Will Shillinglaw here from Dixie Meadows Farm, and although he doesn't have a YouTube channel yet, y'all need to encourage him to. We're working on him. He has an awesome Facebook page where he posts a lot of different farm things.
Check out Dixie Meadows Farm on Facebook.
Yeah, so he does a great job, and he is one of the ones that's kind of helped us with organizing this event. And we're very thankful for him to be willing to share some of his knowledge and know-how, especially with gardening. I know there's more than that, but especially this time of year, man, you're knocking it out. He's all the time telling me what in the world he's planting and how many rows of this, that, whatever, and I'm like, man, I got enough room for like 10 plants. And he was like, man, I was gonna share 150 with you. So
go big or go home.
Yeah, definitely. So I just wanted him to quickly kind of just he's kind of already introduced his farm and stuff, but just share why he felt like this was an important thing to do.
I think it's great to get people together and share knowledge, especially from the same region.
Yep.
Bounce ideas off of each other. I mean, you can never, ever have too much information.
Yep.
The more people can learn how to do this, I think the better off people will be, and everybody will be in the long run. 'Cause it's a lost art. And I mean, everybody thinks they get their food from the grocery store. You go ask probably 100 kids in a classroom where their food comes from, and they'll probably tell you the grocery store.
Yeah. Or a fast food restaurant.
Exactly. My kids are the exception. They will tell you my kids can tell you step by step how to do it, and that's important to me to give them that skill.
Right.
Nobody knows really how to do it successfully, and I want to teach my kids so they can teach their kids.
Right. Well, it was mentioned earlier, and I don't know if you were sitting in that session or not, or when it was. It might have been when we were doing Q&A. We're basically one generation away. Most of our grandparents knew what to do.
Yep.
Of our generation, but our parents really, they might have done a little bit, but most of the time they didn't. So kind of having some of that and just knowing that even just one generation away, you might lose that connection with where your food comes from, what's in it. What happens if supply chain is an issue? What are you going to do?
Yeah, I'm not going to talk about that.
Yeah. So
it'd be a long video.
That would be a very long video. But I'm just thankful that Will's willing to pitch in and help and kind of get this thing started. We had a lot of really good feedback today.
I think so.
And I think the key for everybody is local. Because when we're doing things local, we're also plugging, in regards to just treating everybody like I said, family. It's kind of one of those terms, but you're so close as friends, you feel like family. Trying to do that and just network so that you know where food and everything's coming from and having help.
The local people.
Yep.
Instead of going buying the grocery store, buy from your neighbor or buy somebody you know and just help them out. It spreads the love.
Yeah, it does. And sometimes I think Jason mentioned earlier. You have a time where maybe something happened to your squash harvest, but the person an hour away from you, nothing happened, and say, hey, well, can we swap out something? I had meat birds. Can I swap out some meat birds for some squash or whatever? Being able to kind of barter and work things together, I think is key.
I think it is too.
So,
I think it was a successful day.
Yep. Anything going forward you kind of want to think or see, or that really just stood out from comments?
No, I think we can just use this as a building block and keep on making it better.
All right. Sounds good, man. Appreciate it.
Anytime, bro.
Yeah, man. Have a good one.
You too.